WeVideo. Why WeVideo? Well, I'll tell you what. It's cloud-based, which makes it pretty compatible. There's an app for it. I am going to be sending Mr. This, and quite honestly, any teacher that requests it, a special access invite code. Because it's free, it's pretty bare bones, but our school has actually invested money into the program, and if you want access to some of the cool features, you'd want to go through this link. So that will be ready for you tomorrow when you get to 6 hour through Mr. Viss. When you get the link, you would, of course, sign up with your Google account, and then it will all be tied to the Morris features. Cool? So where are you going to get the link? From Mr. Viss. Gotcha. What if you can't remember everything I'm going to show you in the next half an hour? Yes, YouTube has awesome tutorials. If you look up WeVideo tutorials, awesome. They'll show you everything you could possibly need. A few of you just said, hey, yeah, I'm in digital media. So ask your friends. Ask your friends to help. And if you know another platform for creating and editing videos, this will probably work just fine. You'll notice I am recording this lecture right now, so that will also be a link available to you tomorrow and in the future as you work on this project. Okay? That's all I want to show you there. I actually just want to get you right into WeVideo. If your computer falls asleep, which it will in about 10 minutes, just tap your keyboard gently to wake it up. So again, Mr. Viss will get you the WeVideo link. It's going to look similar to this, and you would actually then go in via your Google account, and it will work right away. If you are in my digital media class right now, you don't even have to do this because you already are in. If you've been in my digital media class, which there was a handful of you back here, it might say something like link your data or sign in again. Do you want access to your old stuff? I can't promise it's going to be real perfect, but just try to get to this point. Because our school bought into this beyond the free capabilities, like right now, I have 425 hours of footage that I could capture, okay, with quite a bit of user space. Because videos take up a lot of space. If you think about capturing the video or your still photos from your phone, they take up a lot of space, okay? One thing that I want to talk about with your phones right now, I told you to put them away, I want you to get them back out. Apple, I can't speak for other platforms, but Apple did kind of a nasty update about a year ago, and you probably wouldn't even notice it had I not told you this. In a recent update, they switched their file format, so their photos, to what are called high efficiency files. They're HEIC, high efficiency something compatible. It's basically, we want to bring your file size down, so when you push them out to social media, it's not clogging up everything. But when you go to put them in something like this, or if you go to like make your Christmas cards, or you are printing photos, all those other avenues won't accept your high efficiency file. So I want to show you right now how to do it. If you go in, again, I'm only speaking for Apple now. Go into settings. Go into settings. Scroll down until you find camera. Not your photos, but your camera. Depending on the update you've done or how old or new your phone is, you see where it says formats. Click on that, and you're going to have two options, high efficiency or most compatible. You would want to choose most compatible. And trust me, it's terrible when it happens. Like my photography students, if they go take all their pictures and they're in high efficiency mode, then they can't use them. So I'm just telling you, like here is one big hoop that you got to jump through. Perfect. Stay with your phones for a moment. If you have Google Drive on your phone, will you go there? If you don't have Google Drive, you're going to want it. My belief when I teach digital media is that I want to show you how you can create fabulousness right here. You don't have to go buy some big fancy camera, some crazy high-end video feature. You can do all of this right from your phone, okay? You're working in groups, correct? Okay. So let's say in this group, this young man is taking all of the video footage on his phone, but needs to get it to all the other group members. Long are the days where you have to like plug this device into something. If they're in Google Drive, you can just quickly share. And in Google Drive, if you make a folder there, we found it in digital media, you can just share the folder and then boom, all the pictures go to all your group members. So if you don't have Google Drive on your phone, please spend some time to put it there. And it's as simple as going in there and hitting the plus button, and then you can upload pictures, you can upload video, and you can upload audio clips. Okay, that's important. That's an important feature. So back to WeVideo. Again, I'm recording all of this if you need to watch it again. When you get here, you'd be doing a new edit. It's going to ask you, what's going to be the end result with this? Are you going to have it for TV, computer, or broadcast, or is it going to social media? I'm assuming you guys would want the bigger picture, right? Because it's like a video. Gotcha. So then I would just say, yep, I'm ready to go, and start editing. Here is where I really want to take some time to explain what you're putting in. So down here below, think of this like increments of time. In fact, it's and if you can see it on your computers, what's the timeline? Every how many seconds? 10 seconds. I can zoom in on that to see every second, or every 2 seconds, or I can zoom way out. So just know when you're zooming, it's not like you're zooming in on a picture, you're lengthening the time that you're looking at this little timeline. I think it's going to be like this. Digital media students, was it like this for you? Yeah? Okay. Sometimes WeVideo will do this to you, and it's super annoying. So just please take note of this. If you even have to take a picture of this with your phone so you can remember, great. If I go to this little line trio, I can switch it to storyboard mode that looks like this. Trust me, it's not as user-friendly. You would want it in what's called timeline mode. Okay. Folks who have had me in digital media know this is structured like Adobe Photoshop, where it's in layers. And so what I want you to think about right here is the first thing I'd see. And if I'm looking top down, that would be the first thing. This would be the second layer, and that would be the third layer. Okay, so it's like looking top down. You see this scarf, underneath it is a sweater, okay? I could reverse it, okay? It's just what you see front and then going down. You'll notice you've got a couple different video clips, and I'm going to show you how those work, and then an audio layer. All of them have editing, all of them have editing features that are hiding in the down arrows. So I could down arrow this video layer. I could see different options, okay? We're getting kind of technical. I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible because that's really all you guys are going to need for your science project. Okay, let's start talking about these little guys at the top. This star is any of the like canned pictures or default pictures. Do you know what I mean when I say that? It's just the ones that go with the program. You can tell these are these pictures or videos just by looking. Why? There's a time. And I bet if I'd scroll way down, I'd probably find some still images as well. I would assume Mr. Biss would be cool with you using some of those, not all of those. Okay. So the star are like the pre-canned pictures. The folder with the star is your media. Media comes in 3 forms: still pictures, video, and sound. I took some pictures at an event that I was at yesterday. From my phone, pushed them up to Drive. The cool part, I can pull them directly from Drive right here. You can just loosely throw them in here, or if you want to make a new folder that says chemistry or whatever it is you're talking about, okay? So I make a new folder, I go find that folder, and I'm going to upload. So notice I'm in the folder with the star, that's like my media, not WeVideo's media, and I'm going to upload some. It's asking me from where. Is it on your computer? Is it on Drive, Facebook, Instagram, and I don't even know, Flickr and Picasa, okay? What's great is you should be able to just go to Drive, select your account, and start digging right inside of Drive. What my students and I have noticed is Drive is not playing nice with WeVideo lately. And it times out. Pearl and Levi, any other advanced or digital media students could help you with this. Can I just show you really fast how to bypass this? It's kind of annoying, so just trust the process. If I go to Google Drive, go to my storage, I've got a folder with my pictures from my event that I was at yesterday. I met one of my favorite entrepreneurs yesterday. It was pretty exciting. So if I want this picture, I'm going to hit download. And if I want, all right, Dave, where are you? Here's a video. I'm going to hit download to that. And here's me really fangirling. Okay, download to that. So right now from Google Drive, I have 2 images and a video. So back on WeVideo, I would say, okay, I can tell this isn't working. Let me just jump back in here. If I lost you anywhere on that, again, some of my digital media students can help. Hang with me. Be patient. Some of you are really good at multitasking, I see, with your phone. All right, so chemistry, even though this isn't about chemistry, I'm just going to pull my footage from yesterday. I'm going to upload. Google Drive kind of timed out on me, so now where am I going to pull my pictures from? Browse to select. Where did they go? Downloads. I don't see them. Oh boy, I apologize, you guys. They're there. Oh, it's a high efficiency file. Well, you know what? We're just going to use some stop motion. How does that look? Okay, sounds good. So I get these pictures in here. This is for a digital media project. It takes a while to render, and the more pictures and the more video you have, it takes a while. So you got to be patient. Got to be patient. As soon as they're done scrolling, they're in. I could take one picture, drag and drop, and it's going to by default be 5 seconds long. And if I'm like, whoa, I don't have time for that, I have 25 pictures to put in, you can grab them all at once, drag and drop, and WeVideo is going to say, it looks like a photo slideshow to me. How long do you want these pictures? And if I'm like 5 seconds is too long, I'm going to do 3 instead. I'm set. Now there's some problems with this picture. It's up, well, it's tilted, isn't it? If I want to zoom in, am I zooming in on the picture? No, what am I zooming in on? Time, very good. If you want to edit any clips, you can. I can double click the clip and it opens up the editing options. I need to flip it. I maybe want to zoom in, or I would just want to fit it on the page. I click done. My next one, double click, flip, fit it. Okay, it's starting to take shape. This is by no means amazing, but for you guys, you will be adding video elements to this, I assume, like actual video clips. Okay, I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so now I've got some clips. Sometimes they stack really nice. If they don't, you're going to have a little glitch. So watch really carefully on my little preview. It's playing, it's playing, it's playing, it's playing, and now it's going to glitch. And then, so if you see these little spaces, that's going to give you a glitch, and it's going to lessen your professionalism. So if I select them all, and I can right-click and say, hey, close those glitches or close those gaps. Get those all tucked beautifully together, okay? If you have, I'm just going to use one of the canned videos just because. Can you tell this is too long? See, watch when I pull it, and it's going to cover my little Play-Doh guy. As soon as I let go, it's going to, well, it didn't do anything here, actually. I'm going to bring it down here for a minute. If I play, this is a video now. Why did my picture all of a sudden show up? Layering, remember, is the scarf on the top or is it underneath? So if that's the look you want, then by all means do that. What wouldn't work is something like this. What if I had the knowledge video on top of my picture? Is my picture even going to show up? No, it's not even going to show up. Okay, that doesn't look very nice. So you just got to think top-down layering. One other thing that students like to add, and I'm assuming Mr. Viss will want this element, like what's your project called and who did the project, right? Think of it kind of like a title slide in PowerPoint. Well, that's another thing you can add. There's the CAN stuff, there's the media that's your own, and then there's text. Now there's all sorts of text options. If it says the word motion there, you got it. There's going to be stuff swinging around, dancing, bouncing, okay? And if you want to see what it looks like, just click on it and it will show you. So if I'm thinking, hey, I like this motion, I'm just going to drag it down here. I'm going to see what it looks like. Okay, lovely. If I don't want it to say it with shapes, how would I edit that? Double click what? The clip. So it opens up, and the more buttons you see, the more options you have. So instead of say it with clips, food, chemistry, project. And if I don't like blue, I can switch my color palette. And now if I play it, let's see how it looks. Food, chemistry, project. Probably should tuck my little guy in there. I'm going to get this other thing down here. This is by no means a fabulous project, but you get the basics. I hope so. What if I wanted to say by Jenny and Pearl? What would I do? Double click this, but I already did food, chemistry, project. Add another layer. So I'm going to find just a kind of a boring old text layer. I'm going to drag it down here, double click, and it's going to say by Jenny and Pearl. What's my problem? Why don't I see by Jenny and Pearl? It's on the bottom. So I'm just going to shove that out of the way for a minute, bring this down, bring this on top, double click, and maybe tuck our names down here. I have a feeling I should make that black. Now, all of a sudden, I've got two text layers going on, and it looks pretty nice. I want to pause and find out what questions do you have so far. Okay, good. We'll keep going. I have about 10 more minutes. Audio is something that a lot of people are going to have. Are you going to have to talk in these? Okay, sounds good. But wouldn't it be nice to have some music as your background? Sure. So that leads me to my next feature, audio. Now, the sound is kind of cheesy. But because you have a paid subscription, you have premium music that really isn't that much better. Here's the feel good. This one's called Wet Lips. Okay, so if I want this clip, I'm going to drag it to which track? Audio. Whoa, it's way too long. So then I would just zoom out and grab the clip and just cinch it up. I am a big believer in fading audio levels because it takes your video from just like stopping, like it hit a brick wall, to slowly fading in and slowly fading out. How do you think I do that? How have I edited any of my clips? Double click. There is this little fade option, and I can set it to fade in for a second and fade out for a second. Okay. Now, if you listen really carefully, it will have a slight fade. Can you tell really carefully what's going to happen here? What am I going to have? I'm going to have a little glitch. So I'm just going to tighten that up. Let the video finish. That simple. Mr. Viss told me your video needs to be 3 to 5 minutes long. Mine's 15 seconds long. But you're going to likely have long, like, talking clips, right? I still don't know where my one downloaded video is. Let me look. Because I want to show you this, especially if you're going to have talking with music behind it. It's not. Oh, well. Let me see if I've got, give me just a moment here. I wish some of these had audio. Well, they don't, so whatever. The question here is, like, what if I need to dim my music? So I've got this audio playing in the background. But then what happens if I get to this video portion and I need it to, like, level down so I can hear the person talking? Here is where it gets a little bit tricky, but I'm going to put my glider right where it should be. I'm going to right click. Oh, no, come on. Is it not going to work? Oh, here we go. I'm going to hit cut. So what that why is it being so putsy here? Cut. There we go. So now I actually have 2 music clips. So if I hit play, I really don't notice a difference, but see, now I can fade this one. So the other one can be quiet, still going to be playing while this audio would be happening for you, like saying your chemistry clip or whatever it is you're videoing. Okay. This quite honestly is terrible looking, and I hope you understand that. I'm here to just teach you how to add stuff, how to edit stuff, and the most important step here, how to finish it so Mr. Viss can get it, right? So if you haven't paid attention to anything today, you better pay attention to how to finish it so that you can turn it in, okay? When I click finish, you can name it. It's going to ask you, what do you want your thumbnail to be? Are you sure that was the title you wanted? I don't know what Mr. Viss is wanting for quality levels. I would assume a 480 is fine. And then you just hit finish. And so what's going to happen is it's going to put you in a queue. And WeVideo is going to start like smashing all of that together. There's text, there's video, there's still pictures, there's transitions, there's audio. It's smashing it all together into what's called an MP4 file. It's a video file with audio capabilities. Like it says here, congrats, your video is in line to be processed. You don't need to keep the window open. Basically what's going to happen when your video is done, WeVideo is going to send you an email. I would assume that email link can then just be forwarded right to Mr. Viss. I don't know what he wants from you to turn it in. You have to present him. Do you know any of that piece? Okay. Well, look, it's almost done rendering. Like that was really fast. And all of a sudden, I've got this video link. I could copy it. I could go into my email, and I could start making, I don't know why this is not going. I could just start making a video, an email to Dylan Viss and put my link right there. Has he talked to you about how you're going to turn it in? I could assume that's maybe an option. I don't know that for sure though. So that was like the fastest crash course I could possibly give you in WeVideo. Would you agree if you've had me before? I mean, we spend a month on this thing and you got it in half an hour. Just remember these main points. Your media coming from your phones could either be pictures. Hopefully they're not high efficiency because they might not transfer. You saw that happen with mine. Pictures, video, or audio. You import them into WeVideo. You piece them all together like one big puzzle, and then you finalize your video. That's basically what I just got done talking about in a nutshell. The very last thing that I want to show you are some like little blingy features of WeVideo. This is the above and beyond stuff, but I still feel like I owe it to you to show you at least. Then I'll have you on your way here in a few minutes. If I make a new video, I'm just going to start new. Go fast here. There are some cool transitions. I want you to think of these like PowerPoint animations. So if you had a picture and another picture, instead of them just appearing, they'd like fizzle in and fizzle out. So that's what this button does. The graphics are really pretty cool. There's backgrounds, there's solids, there's overlays. You know, so if you're talking about a chemistry concept that like explodes, you could have like a little bang in there, and this is what it looks like. Okay. Or if you're talking about a winter concept and you want it snowing over yourself, you know, if I go back and put a picture in, now it's snowing over my, I mean, I know they're kind of cheesy, but at least there's some other visual options. Frames are kind of cool. So it's just backgrounds, of course, are behind. Overlays are in front, if you think about layering. There's a lot of intricacies hiding in here with like green screen capabilities, but save that for when you take digital media if you do, because you're not going to try to cram all that into a chemistry video. Okay. If I could leave you with the same presentation I started with, I will get your special access link to Mr. Viss. You can go online and get amazing WeVideo tutorials on YouTube. Ask for help from each other, but just remember each others are doing this project too. Like they don't have time to reteach you, but they could answer a quick question. And then of course, I'll have this video that I just showed you available through Mr. Viss as well. I do want to open it up to any questions. What are you wondering? What are you doing your projects on? Like, what are some of your concepts? I'll ask you that question. Do we know yet? Yes. Cool. So with that concept, you could be showing pictures of it happening, and underneath you could have a video layer, but it's just you talking, kind of like what you'd call a voiceover. Cool. Very cool. Any other projects? What are some of your other topics? Dry ice, very timely with Halloween being tomorrow. Okay. So let me just talk about this voiceover thing. So if I'm filming Ryan talking because she's reading like some script we wrote for her to say, it could be picture, 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 and Ryan really wouldn't be featured in it. Her voice would be underneath in the video layer. It's just that her picture wouldn't be there because she'd have picture, 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 picture above on that track. Because sometimes students are like, how do I do the voice clips? Well, just and I don't even have to like film Ryan. I could just like be filming something else and she could be talking into my phone, and it's a video track. It's just covered up by picture, 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 picture. It's not something you want to drag your feet on. Like video editing, and I'm not even going to give you the ratio because it's kind of startling. But if you're going to have a 5-minute finished video, you're going to be working a lot more than 5 minutes to create that. 3 to 5. Notice my 15-second video took me about half an hour to explain to you. So why don't you guys just stay put until the bell rings? Thank you and good luck. I'm glad that you're merging a little bit of science and a little bit of technology together. You're welcome.